It's Twin Ports Vintage Fest 2025, and we're going to start with the swap, and then eventually we're going to move over to racing. All right, here we are in the swap. We're starting with my buddy Jack first.
Oh, hey, John.
You guys see Jack every year. He's who you come to for your one lunger Donaldson muffler. Still, after all these years, still got them.
I still got them.
Yeah, and a lot of other stuff, and Scorpion stuff.
I'm running low on these. I have run low on these.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Wait.
You can make this into that real simple.
Yeah, with the little cutoff wheel action, good to go.
And they're the same thing inside.
Well, there you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, Jack. I'll be back.
All righty.
All sorts of stuff in the swap already. This is actually a pretty good sized swap up here. You can see there's a lot of people running around buying stuff already, and you know, you get more of your relic-y stuff up at this one. Oh, look at these fancy hoods Jack brought. Those are pretty cool. Vintage gear. I'm gonna have to look through that later. Vintage cans, posters. Need a lawnmower? Cool posters. Skidoo Tundra, power block clutch. Probably came with that power block, I don't know. Looks like a Yamaha one lunger on the trailer there. These guys brought Yamaha stuff. They brought a long track right there. Cool. All right, there's a relic project for somebody. It's a Mustang. It looks like I think that's a 1968. It's got the February of 72 tag on it. JLO sitting there. Does it turn? Oh yeah, motor's free, and there's another one in the sled. 250 bucks. That'd make a project for somebody. Check this out. We got an Apollo in the back of the truck. It's parked in the swap area, but somebody ought to race this thing today. Couple Jags. These are great sleds. These things are super reliable. All right, we got a Nordic. I should know something about these now because of Charlie's. I am guessing this is a 69 because of the fiberglass hood. No vents on it. Pretty decent shape. I don't see a price. Let me give you a look around. Pretty nice sled. Somebody could ride this. All right, we got an XCR 799, but unfortunately, the part you really want isn't in there. It's just an aggressive chassis at this point, although it is pretty clean. I'd almost bring that home for parts if I had a trailer, but no trailer today. I'm traveling light. All right, we got an old Indy 400 here. 75 bucks. Runs, no skid. 650 for this Skidoo. Another rack of vintage clothing. A 90s Polaris helmet down there. It's pretty cool. XLT and a Pantera on the trailer. Yeah, the XLT's got the obligatory duct tape seat. It looks pretty cheap. I'm guessing you're not paying a lot for this thing. Yeah, a little weathered, a little beat on. On the other hand, check out this EXT. That looks like a sweetheart. That's a pretty nice sled. And then there's a classic 500 behind it. Nice. Nice. Aggressive hood with some pinstripes. Hey, thanks. More clothing. Nice looking Indy 400 hood there. Nose cone with it. Clutch parts.
We got all kinds. We got springs. We got everything.
Yeah, are they stock? Are they recuts? What are they? 40-30? 40-36. What's
like you know the back.
Well, I don't unless it's marked. It could be anything if it's not marked. I'll tell you what, when I'm done filming, I'll come back and dig through it a little bit.
Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
Stuff.
Thanks.
I appreciate all you do.
Thanks. Mostly ATV parts, spark plugs. Super Swampers. Trailer full of cats. Let's peek in this trailer. I think I saw a couple cool sleds in there. All right, we got a 79 Pantera for 200 bucks. That sounds like a good project. And a 69 370cc. I can't really see what motor it is. Could be a Sox, could be a J-Lo. Maybe even something else, not sure. All right, here's a trailer that's got my interest going. What do we got up here? Nice RXL. Nice looking anyways. Got a 650 over here, missing some skis. Actually, there's no skis on that RXL either. SLP pipes. Some motors. More pipes and stuff. And the Nitro. I had the 295 version of this when I was a kid. These are awesome sleds, those Tohatsu motors. They're fantastic. Somebody needs to buy this and make a vintage rider out of it. All right, 1975 TX 250, 300 bucks. Must run for that price. That'd be too much if the motor's stuck. A little ski boost, 250. Some hoods. All right, we got a trailer full of skidoos. Formula Z, an Olympic, painted black with some fancy stickers, and a Formula 500. Is that your racing mower? Awesome. All right. Here's some LEs. He had them at Princeton. Didn't sell them. He's got them here. I'm back again. He's got his phone number on there. If you're interested, call him. There you go. They're pretty nice. The guy could definitely make a good rider. This one, possibly even a resto candidate with the little elbow grease. But good swap finds right there. All right, we got some more swap action. I started down at Jack's trailer and I missed this whole end. So got an Indy here. Trying to peek in and see what it is. Looks like it's a 400 or 500. Kitty cat. John Deere Cyclone 440. Another cat, long track Skidoo, a Stratus. Those are not the most attractive snowmobile. And an Indy Trail, the Teal Trail. All right, this trailer's got some good stuff. 440 Indy, 500 bucks. It isn't evolved, but they do have their advantage. They're easier to work on. What's this Cowie say? 400 bucks for a 79 Invader. Seldom see those for sale or on the trails anymore. That'd be a good one for somebody that wanted a unique sled. And got a hat up here. What's the cat? Doesn't say what it is. It's $292. So is it a one lunger Panther? It sure is. There you go, Wild Bill sled right there. Those 292 Kawasaki's do real good for one lung racing. All right, we got a Indy Classic 500 here, and it's actually pretty clean. That's a nice looking sled. Let's see if we can see what it costs. 350 bucks. Comes with reverse. Well, that's a steal. That's a steal. That seat's real nice. Well, pretty nice. Nice tank cover. All right, trailer full of skidoos. We got an Oli. We got one of the, I think they were just hideous, one of the ugly TNTs there. Another Safari 377 over here. Those are nice sleds. Another Jag. And what's this one, a TNT? Yeah, little TNT. How about this nice Jag AFS? 650 bucks. That is a clean sled. That's a deal. All right, $2,000 for this TNT, but it's clean. Looks like a freshly redone hood. Pretty nice. All right, well, that's my first pass through the swap. Driver's meeting's pretty soon, so probably ought to start paying attention to that if I'm going to race it all today. Swap is bigger than last year, and there's a fair amount of stuff in here. All right, I'm back filming the show again. I don't know what I did. I hit the wrong button or something, but when I checked, I didn't have any footage the first time. So, and also there's no music playing, so this is better. Here we go. This is a 72 Nordic. Very similar to what we're doing for Charlie, but newer. We got a 73 Skidoo Silver Bullet here. And this is a 1970 Stinger with the 277 Sachs. She's got the pretty metal flake hood, but she's got the little baby one-lunger on her. All right. Got another one. I guess Kirk owns a bunch of these. I don't know Kirk personally, but he's over racing right now, trying to get like a 67 on the track with a broken spindle bolt, I believe. Anyways, this is Kirk's 71 Scorpion Mark 1 with the 368 SS. So that's a big block one-lunger, if you would. That is a big honking motor, HD carb, HD class. This would be a good Wild Bill sled right here. No doubt that thing makes some decent power. This is kind of cool. It looks like it's a little Polaris 120 with a bubble nose Scorpion hood on it, but it fits pretty good and it looks good. I guess if you're a diehard Scorpion guy, you got to do that for your kids, right? Apparently Kirk's wife, Charlotte, has this Stingerette that's a real Stingerette was a few years later than this, but I'm sure they custom made all this purple stuff because I don't believe there was such a thing in 1970. But if that's a reproduction seat, that is sweet. That looks just like original with the embossing. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there was a 70 Stingerette. I don't know. And then we got this thing out on the end. This would be the utility version apparently because it's got a winch on the front. And check out the IFS. Definitely Polaris IFS on there. And long track. He's got his rack for his ice fishing gear. And look at, I don't know who's making these seats, but man, those are nice. Twin cylinder motor on that. I bet that thing's real fun. All right, over here, we got a sled called a Gilson, and it looks a lot like a lawn tractor, doesn't it? Well, there's a reason. Gilson was primarily a lawn tractor manufacturer, and when they got into snowmobiles, they just kind of kept the same lines, apparently. And it's for sale for $1,000. So if you want it, there's your number. What do we got here? We got a Mark II 400, bunch of stickers on it, probably Dalen's, maybe Dan's. This one, I believe, was almost certainly Dan's right here. Nice Scorpion. She's got, I think it's I'd have to look. I think it's a 340 SS if this is Dan's sled. Pretty cool. Dalen, he's got the Hearth Twin going over there. All right, then we got the Bolins. Another place that I believe made garden tractors, but check that out. It's got a plow on the front of the little Bolins here. And this is a deal where you got this power plant, and then you sit back there, and that hinge is how you steer it. Kind of cool. So we got a 64 Arctic Cat Model 100, and I know it's a 64 because it says it on the hood, if I move my head, and sitting on a vintage trailer. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. We got what I believe is a 1968 Panther. You can tell by the bumper, 69, the bumper was the full length of the belly pan, and 70 went to the extrusion. This could be a 67, though. I'm not positive. If I'm wrong, well, you let me know. But what do we got going on in there? Let's take a peek. She's a 4-stroke. I know you can't probably see it very well. All right, we got a Fox spoiler that won a trophy. These were made over in Janesville, Wisconsin. So kind of a neat rear engine sled. Kind of like that Bolin's over there, except for in reverse. The power plant's at the back and you sit in the front. And of course, this thing, you steer with the steering wheel. So pretty cool. These would be neat to drive. We got a Kitty Cat. Kitty Cat won a trophy. We got a 73 Cheetah that also won a trophy from somebody that lives in Stacy, Minnesota. Let's see. Oh, this Mercury, same deal. Looks like his name is Scott, and he won some trophies there too. Yamaha with a little cooler on the back, and another Enticer here that trophied. And then the last couple sleds, we got a vintage Kitty Cat, real oldie. And then this Rupp, he's got the hood up on it. You can see the pipes on these. These Rupp Nitros are some of the most beautiful sleds, I think. This is an FA, so very cool sled. All right, that's it for the show. Let's get back to racing. All right, let's take a... There goes Steve Wick. Let's take a walk through the pits. So we got Team Parent over here, and these guys are usually pretty fast. Myron is an old-time NSSR guy, and he knows the stuff. But look at this. How often do you see a Rotax-powered Yamaha? Only when Team Parent's out, I'm guessing. What's that? It's a Yamadoo. There you go. Nice looking GPX there. 340 Exciter. I'll probably race him later if I don't get eliminated too early. Local Hood Racing. Pretty cool. How about the vintage dirt bike, folks? All right, look at over in this pit. We got the little Arctic Cat. It's got a wheel kit on it. Got a liquefier. There we go, a little 120. The motor's buried way in there. You guys are big into the 120s. This one's cool. Billet bulkhead. All right, we're here in the pits, and check out this billet sled. What is your name?
Bridget.
Bridget? And Bridget, did I get that right?
Yep.
And what is this chassis? This is so cool. She just told me the whole thing. Now the camera's on and she's umming at me.
It's a mini junior dragster Proline Performance, custom built too.
Proline Performance mini dragster, custom built.
Yep.
And that's billet front to rear, isn't it?
Yeah.
All machined out of pieces of aluminum and bolted together, it looks like.
Yeah.
And what's the motor?
What's the
You don't know?
motor, Mom?
Dad ran away.
No.
That's quite the motor there.
Yeah.
That's a JR Racing motor.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild. It's got a big flat slide carb on it. And I'll bet you're going to do real good in the one lung class.
They will.
All right, cool. Thanks for showing us your sled.
You're welcome.
Found this thing in the pits. Looks like an old barn find that hasn't been out for 10 years and nobody washed it. Hell, the seat's hardly been sat on. I don't know what to make of this. All right, I'm walking through the pits, and this young man is racing today, I believe, aren't you?
Yep.
What are you racing?
I'm racing my dad's 297 single-cylinder Skidoo Olympic.
Sweet.
I'm racing my 399 Skidoo Twin, and then I'm racing the Kitty Cat.
Oh, awesome. What's your name, sir?
Alex.
Alex. And how long have you been riding snowmobiles?
Since I was born.
Since he was born? All right, that's the right answer.
He had a snowmobile before he was born.
Yeah, Mom and Dad are back there talking about it. So, so did you work on these much yourself?
Yeah.
What did you do?
Basically, this one needed a whole motor swap and everything. Went to Dallin's house, got a new motor, put it all in. This one, I got it. It was pretty much seized up. Swapped the motor, got it all cleaned up. That one, not much to it, just new track.
That Dalen, he's a bad influence, isn't he?
Yeah.
He'll get you right into snowmobiles if you weren't.
Yep.
Well, that's awesome. Cool. Well, thanks, Alex.
Yep.
I bet I get to race the 399 against my 340 later.
That'd be fun.
That'd be fun. All right, cool. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, we recognize this crew. You showed me the Centurion at the Jumpin' Jack show. You gonna race it today?
I sure am.
He's gonna race it. What about the Liquid too?
Yo, there's that too.
Awesome. Are they stock or are they mod class?
Oh, they're both stock.
Sweet. All right, this will be fun. All right, I saw him trying to fire up this Ovation earlier. Definitely a stock class sled. What do we got hiding back here? We got a Yamaha 700 power valve SRX. That'll be for a classic class. Got some test runs going. All right. Okay, those two sleds just came right out of the swap meet and onto the track. One still had the for sale sign on it. That's awesome. All right, we're over in the Badger Racing Camp. They got another big triple Yamaha. I like this one. I love these Rups. That's a custom paint job on that. HO670, perhaps a Rotax. And the Badger 3. Now, I've been watching the Badger race team race for a long time. These guys know what they're doing, so it'll be a good show today. Badgers brought a Yamaha with them, and looks like a TX, looks like a 440, judging by the heads. All right, I'm hoping we see this Scorpion go down the track. It's got a tether. It's got a little baby J-Lo in it. This thing will be fun to watch.
There you go.
All right, so we're gonna do one run. Let everybody go out there, grudge run your buddy or whatever, all 3 lanes. Get everybody make one pass around, and hopefully when we get done with that, we'll have the board set up with your ticket numbers on there in your class and your lane. And then we'll get started. I don't know if we're gonna have someone call them or just check the board and kind of keep an eye out who's in front of you or who's going.
Oh, we got him. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. I really like going up to Twin Ports Vintage Festival up there outside of Duluth. I want to say huge thanks to Dan and Dalen and all their friends and helpers that helped make this happen. You guys are great. And Bob for, being the race director of the day. I'm going to mention that I am going to try to up my game on the race coverage. The action camera and 360 camera combo, it could be better. So I do have a different camera coming, so you can look for some improvements there, especially by the time we get to Eagle River. I hope it's a lot better. Going to need some practice as well, but better equipment will be huge. So with that said, I want to say thanks to the patrons who support us each month with a small donation over on the Patreon app that goes to pizza and beer and parts and upgraded equipment to try to make better videos for you. So Patreon is where we do that membership, and it's offsite from YouTube. It's the same as a YouTube membership, but it's on a site in an app for your phone called Patreon. And just like a YouTube membership, there's a little bit of a donation to the channel each month, and in return, the patrons get all the videos early and ad-free over there on Patreon, and they get a lot of patron-only exclusive stuff. So really appreciate you guys for the help there. I also want to say a huge thanks to everybody that's given us a super thanks recently, and this list includes people that have been donating super thanks on the Charlie project, the Grace Sled. Hope you guys are appreciating these videos, because I'm appreciating you. Everybody else, hit subscribe. There is no cost to subscribe to this channel on YouTube. It is free. Just hit that button. And it is very possible for you to subscribe from your television. And I can see that 70% of you are watching this on televisions. If I could get that many more subscriptions, that would be huge. It would really help the channel grow. It would help with everything. So please, if you're on a TV, it is possible to subscribe from any television. Just look into it, poke around, and go down and look at all the menus and stuff, and you'll figure it out. So with that said, thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the swap meets.